First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Check 258. Check 42's the mark. It's our field. It's our field. Back one. It's our
On first down, Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
And the Packers first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll actually wind up losing about 10 yards here, but no matter, they've got the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
Good. 180. Check back 21. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now Wentz on third down. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
Let's get it. Here we go. 180. I'm coming after you.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Go. 280. Check. Bring it. Check 13. No. Check it, Humphrey. Kill.
Wentz now on first down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, and it's 3rd down.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. Boom. 20. Watch QB drop. Hey, man, Liz. Rip right.
Throwing is Rodgers. They're hauling it in, Nelson. And he'll be out right at the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
40. Run. Under 10. 10. Switch it. Come on, sweet con. 132 fighter. Shit. Jim. Ram.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for the Eagles. And even 60 yards.
First down, Philadelphia.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more that came from. Here we go. Waiting.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. Good track. 44.
Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14. Packers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 15 now, Rodgers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike 42.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Rodgers. Intended for Devontae Adams. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there and sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now it's Rodgers, and he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. First and 10 right at the 20. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
At the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
All right, Lion. We own them. Listen.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
32. First down, Eagles.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Easy. Check 43. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, exit. Slip it down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check, Mike 42. Hey, let's get this. Hey, 88. Hey, Alpha. 42.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He completes it to Nelson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
42 to Mike, boys, 42.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
10-30. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
Bravo! Mike 42, Mike 42. I'm scared.
Rodgers going to throw again, and that is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
50.
Rodgers to throw once more. It's caught. Nelson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
X3, 218, chopper. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Deuce. Back.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get 300. Back to you. Hey, Foxtrot.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Touchdown, Packers. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup.
He was brought down by Blake Martinez.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
A gain of 5. And an Eagle first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Sunday. You got time. Man 5-7. 26, 36, 36. Shit. Kill. Shit.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? Adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down, it's Sanders. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, empty.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Caught by Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up. Over.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
Hey, orbit.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Now Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Jump out! Mike's 42! 50!
Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught by Nelson left side. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
He's 18. Hey, tight. Hey, take 26.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another run with Sanders, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Sunday. Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Get ready.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Ryan Anderson drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now at Lambeau as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returnable for Grant. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's get there. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Me, I got this.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Oh, able to avoid him. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Now Rodgers.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. We're doing it.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Waiting. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Check, check. Lucky. Boy. Say. He's coming.
On 1st down, Sanders. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game, wait until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Here we go. Waiting. Here we go. Great 57. Check 31.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Hey, 88. Smoke.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
I got you. 26. Hey, Echo.
Throwing again. Rodgers. They're hauling it in, Nelson. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mike's 4-2. Say faster. 5. 42. Mike's 42.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Mike 42. Look again.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Ram. Kill. Quick dash.
Another run here with Sanders. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. Down the man inside. Down the man. Done.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
2 yards on the play. 1st down, Eagles.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The 1st-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here comes Grant on the return.
Let's go,
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to